Reluctant as I was, the weight of my experiences compelled me to share. Stories of others enduring similar horrors nudged me forward, though I harbored a fear that what haunts me might yet be unmatched in its malevolence. Recollection fails me regarding the beginnings of these nocturnal torments, if indeed they merit the term dreams. Initially surreal, their ethereal nature was unmistakable, a solace amidst terror. I'd find myself in unfamiliar locales, haunted by faceless, towering shadows akin to spectral sentinels, their presence ominous. Paralyzed by their advance, a disconcerting hum accompanied their approach, escalating in tandem with my dread until, mercifully, wakefulness reclaimed me. Yet, with time, the dreams began to get more vivid. They would now take place in familiar surroundings, and the paralysis was much more intense. I later discovered that they were called night terrors, and that I wasn't the only one experiencing them. People from all over the world and from different walks of life had similar nocturnal encounters. Their descriptions mirrored my own, from the suffocating grip of paralysis to the indescribable horror of spectral visages. This communal affliction, while validating, did little to lessen the mounting dread. What follows may be hard to believe, yet I implore you to hear me out, for the weight of silence has become unbearable. It was late, fatigue weighing heavily upon me as I retired for the night. Familiar surroundings enveloped me, yet a subtle disquiet lurked beneath the veneer of normalcy. It was about 10:30 at night. I was tired. It had been a very long day. I remember turning off all the lights and walking towards bed and laying on my back. I closed my eyes for only a second and opened them again. I was already dreaming, but I hadn't realized it yet. I was in bed. The surroundings were familiar. My room, my books, the shelves, desk. Everything seemed normal. And then I heard it, a buzzing sound, distant at first, but then growing louder. My bedroom door was opened, and then I saw it at the threshold, the long black spectre, possibly tall. It began to slowly float towards me. As with the other night terrors, I couldn't move. The shadow then stood at the side of my bed. I remember trying to move my arms, to kick, but it was impossible. And then, for the very first time in all these years that I've had the night terrors, I felt its large, unseen hands gripping my wrists and pressing them down into the bed, making it even more difficult to move. I tried to scream, but it was impossible, and the buzzing grew, louder, almost deafening. It drew closer. I then felt the same vice-like grip on my ankles. For a moment, I was able to lift my chest off the bed and yelled. I jolted awake, sitting up in bed, the room quiet. I didn't fall asleep again. I'm not sure what I was supposed to do. Life went on, just for a few more days. That night, I was sitting in my bed ready to sign off. I closed my eyes and quickly opened them. Just as before, everything was normal in my room. The familiar buzzing began again, but this time I said to myself that it was just a dream. I felt that now I had some control, as I was able to discern that I was dreaming. Now there wasn't one specter, but several, crowding the door. Then they began to float toward me. As always, I couldn't move, but I kept repeating to myself, "Wake up, wake up, wake up." The shadows were all in my room now, and as they were about a foot away from me, I came to the horrifying realization that I wasn't dreaming at all.